Hey everybody, it's Steve Owens, your tournament director with the Newport Bassmaster Kayak Series presented by Native Watercraft. This is your day one update for the end of the day here on Clear Lake, California. We had a pretty slow start this morning. Mark and I were out on the camera boat, and we got to see quite a few of our anglers here and watched them struggle. I mean, right out of the gate, there were some pretty good fish caught by a couple of anglers, but by and large, the field took them a good little while for things to heat up. We had a pretty good cold front come in last night, and so this morning, I think it was around 48 or 50 degrees when it was in the 90s a little bit this week during practice for our anglers. The lake's been fishing pretty tough for a lot of people, but today, our anglers did what they do. They grind it, they figure out what's what. And sometimes the 5 bites you get are the 5 right ones. We had, a decent amount of fish caught, just to be honest, and I'm sure our anglers will agree. We thought there would be a lot more, bigger stringers on Clear Lake here, but they're in a transition phase here. So the winds played a good part. About half the lake was kind of off limits to some of our anglers. I went live and posted earlier. We did have an angler, have some stuff happen to him where he got dumped, and an angler was able to get a hold of me, and we got our camera boats guy friend took out, and they launched from their house and came and had him took care of. Some guys fishing in a boat tournament themselves picked him up for safety, but their motor crapped out on them, so they weren't able to help get him to the bank or back, get his kayak. And so he left it stowed on the bank, and we had the other guys come and help out. So a big, debt of gratitude to all of them. Thank you for the anglers for looking out for one another. Could have been bad. It was pretty bad where he was at, but he's experienced, and he knew what to do. He was able to get his kayak flipped back over. And then, like I said, that boat saw him and took care of him. So thank you to him or all those people for that. So getting into the event, I mentioned there were some big fish. Right now, Matthew Brannon has a 23.25-inch fish. That's the big fish of the day so far. We are doing the hourly big bass, which is a $100 an hour prize to the biggest bass caught within that hour. The first hour this morning, Sawazi Allah had a 19.75. Aaron Hart had a 22-incher. Simon Hurd had a 21.5. Matthew Brannon pinged that 23.25. Alden Walden had a 22. Sean Beach had a 19.75. And then Brandon Hua got a back-to-back big bass hourly deal. So that's 200 extra bucks for him with a 21.5. And in the final hour of competition, he got a 22-inch. So we appreciate all the social media stuff you guys are doing. I've been sending a lot of good videos that we're getting to the Bassmaster social team, and they've put them out there for us this week. Continue to do that tomorrow. All of you at home watching the people you care about and you want to follow your friends and your family, head over to the Bassmaster website and be sure to click that Bass Tracks link and share that around, and it'll take you to the Tourney X leaderboard. Today, as far as limits go, we didn't have quite half the field got a limit. We had 34 anglers with a limit. A lot of those, depending on what happens tomorrow, are in contention to jump from about 25th up to the top 7, which is what we're paying for this event here with 76 anglers. The top 5 from this event will make it to the Bassmaster Kayak Series Championship in October on Lake Murray in South Carolina. So we hope that they'll be able to make travel plans to make it out with us. If you're not able to fish the Bassmaster Kayak Series, maybe your state has a Bass Nation trail that you could qualify for your championship in that state, where a percentage of that makes it to the championship as well. So get into, let's go to the top 10 here. The top 10, as I mentioned, well, you know what? I'm going to do what Sassy Dan always does. He starts at 15. All right. And so in 15th, we had 81.5 inches, Idaho's TJ Osnicki. Ahead of him from Nevada with 83 inches in 14th place is John Mahoney. 13th place with 83.75 inches is John Myers. 12th place, Sawazi Allah with 84.5 inches. And again, all of these guys here can bust 90 or 100 tomorrow, and I know just bust 100, but everybody's in contention tomorrow in this group here. So all the way from New York, we've got Bailey Egbert with 85 3/4 inches. 10th place, Utah's Cayman Rasmussen, 86 1/2. And in these limits here, you're going to see what a 20-incher did for these people. So Bailey's in 11th. He doesn't have a 20-incher. So I believe everybody else in the top 10, except for one, has a 21-inch fish. So Cayman has a 21 1/4, which is what got him in 10th place. In 9th place, from Nevada, June Cinsano with a 21 1/2. He has 87 1/2 inches. Ahead of him in 8th place is Alden Walden with a 22-incher with 88 1/2. In 7th place with a 19 3/4 inch big fish on his stringer is Sean Beach with 89 3/4. In 6th place is Trenton Hoover with a 20 3/4. So it lands him at 90 1/4 today. He had 9 fish uploaded. Sean Beach, I believe, had the most fish uploaded today on the Tourney X with 12. So he got to cull quite a bit. So we'll see if he laid on his fish, or if he's in a populated area or has a backup plan possibly. So ahead of him in 5th place, we followed him quite a bit today. He was in the lead going back and forth with Aaron Hart. But in 5th place from Arizona, Andrew Martin with a 21 1/4, a pair of 18 3/4 that land him at 91 inches total for his 5 fish today. 4th place with a 22-incher, California's Aaron Hart has 93 inches. Ahead of him, as I just showed you earlier when I was going over the big bass for the 8-hour deal, Brandon Hewa had a 21 1/2 and a 22 in the last 2 hours of the tournament today. So that, along with he'd uploaded 10 fish total. So that jumped him up. It looked like early on today, he stayed around the 70-inch range. And then he just, he had those 2 big key bites. And so he's at 94 1/4 in 3rd place. Ahead of him in 2nd place, missing 100 inches by just 3/4 of an inch, our day 1 big bass leader, Matthew Brannon, with a 23 1/4, a 21 1/4, a 19, a 19, and a 16 3/4. All right. And so ahead of him is Simon Herr in 1st place. Simon has a 21 3/4, a 21 1/2, a 21, a 20, and a 19 1/2. He only uploaded 5 fish. Mark got to talk to him. I didn't, because we were helping Calvin at the ramp. But he's got 103 3/4 today. That's the stringers we were waiting on here on Clear Lake. All right. I know our anglers are going to get back after it tomorrow. Conditions are going to be a little better. As I mentioned, it was cold this morning, and you could tell, and you could just see signs of life on the lake when the sun got up really good. Yeah, which it is behind me right here. I'm getting blown out. So anyway, guys, so tune in tomorrow. Make sure you head over to the Bassmaster website. Continue to do what you do for Newport and Native Watercraft, supporting us as our title sponsor and presenting sponsors. Our anglers are competing for Dakota Lithium Angler of the Year points. I know we have 3 gentlemen traveling the country, 4, 5, 6 now that I'm thinking, who have those Dakota Lithium points that have already fished a couple of events back over on the eastern side of the country. So super important for us to make a presence out here at Bassmaster. We appreciate all of you that have came this weekend. If you're watching this and you're deciding to go home because it just wasn't your weekend, truly, truly bless you. And we thank you for coming and supporting us this weekend. We hope you had a good experience here. And we want to thank Kendall Jackson Wines, Maurice Thompson. You see our sponsor here, Trimic. They're a plumbing supply company here on the West Coast, a pretty big deal. All those people put together what it took to get us here, and we thank them for that. And Canocti Vista Resort, they host a lot of tournaments in the past, and they brought us here this weekend, gave us a room to be able to hold registration and everything. And that's where awards are going to be tomorrow, and they'll be streamed to the main Bassmaster Kayak Series website. You'll see live weigh-in. You'll click it, and at 5 p.m. Pacific time, Mark Cisneros and I will go live, and we'll get our top 7 and the big bass winner up there, and we'll see how this all shakes out. So the Pro Guide points are on the line, and we appreciate Tackle Warehouse coming in and giving our men and women a $20 off of 100 for every registration that they have. And then we raffle a big bass or a $250 gift card each event as well. Jason Choi won this one this week. So catch up with you guys later. We appreciate you following along. Thank you for everything that you do. And let's get after them tomorrow, folks. See y'all later.
What matters to you? Commitment? Dedication? Precision? Connection? Catching fish? Good. That matters to us too.